Breaking news tonight, major developments in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. The sheriff releasing 2 ransom notes. The first note claiming, quote, "We have your mother," while the sheriff is now making the notes public. Aaron Katursky with new reporting. Also breaking tonight, an F-35 fighter jet going down in San Diego. The fiery crash at a Marine base. Martha Raddatz with news on the pilot's condition. The new Republican concerns over President Trump's pick for Attorney General and the controversial $1.8 billion fund in taxpayer dollars that could be used to pay convicted January 6 rioters. The president telling our Mary Bruce the fund is dead, but, quote, "I wish it weren't." AI going rogue. Just days after OpenAI revealed its artificial intelligence models hacked other companies, rival AI giant Anthropic now saying its models hacked 3 organizations during testing. Former NFL star and TV analyst Tony Romo placed on leave following his DUI arrest. Tonight, President Trump going against his own intelligence officials, blaming Minnesota state leaders and not Iran for the massive cyber attack targeting the state's water facilities. Just in tonight, what the Justice Department has now decided about the former Olympian charged with vandalizing the reflecting pool. The alarming images coming in, thousands of people swimming around border fences to claim asylum in Europe, dozens dying along the way, Spain deploying its military. Newly released body camera video just in of the deadly shooting during a food festival in Seattle. Police racing through the crowd, helping victims and taking down one of the suspects. The shark attack victim speaking out, repeatedly bitten while snorkeling in the Bahamas. And remembering one of the iconic Rosie the Riveters, a symbol of American strength and determination.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. I'm Whit Johnson in for David tonight. We begin with breaking news. Major developments in the Nancy Guthrie case. Late today, the sheriff in Pima County, Arizona, releasing redacted versions of 2 ransom notes. The mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, taken from her home in Tucson exactly 6 months ago. The first note sent to a local TV station saying, quote, "We have your mother," and adding she is safe but scared. The writer demanding $4 million in Bitcoin. The second note received days later claiming Nancy Guthrie, quote, "perished shortly after she was taken." The writer claiming we never intended to hurt her. This comes 24 hours after we learned new details about DNA found at the scene. ABC's chief investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky leads us off tonight.
Tonight, exactly 6 months after this masked man abducted Nancy Guthrie from her home near Tucson, we are seeing the chilling notes demanding a ransom. The first arrived the day after she was reported missing and was addressed to her daughter, Today host Savannah Guthrie. "We have your mother, Nancy. She is safe but scared." The note demanded $4 million be killed. "Your mother is aware of this and her life is in your hands." Seriousness of her physical condition. "We never intended to hurt her. That was believe it was heart-related. She is buried in nature now." The note concludes.
"We beg you now.
Both of those notes were credible.
I believe the 2 notes that we received, that we responded to, I tend to believe those are real.
Both notes contain the same Bitcoin address, and the author also claimed to know details from Nancy Guthrie's house, saying her white smartwatch was left at the foot of the bed and a backyard floodlight was destroyed. Investigators tell us those Tonight, the sheriff says labs across the country are working to untangle a mixed sample of DNA from as many as 4 people, and they're not giving up trying to trace those notes.
Have the investigators foreclosed on the possibility of finding the source of the ransom notes?
That's a constant work, in progress. Everything's important. We're going to track it down until we find out who it is that sent that ransom note.
The sheriff decided to release the notes now, with 6 months after Nancy Guthrie's abduction, hoping someone will recognize who sent them based on the way they're written. Whit?
And again, we are thinking about the Guthrie family through all of this. Aaron, we appreciate it. Also breaking tonight, a U.S. F-35 fighter jet crashing and bursting into flames in San Diego. The pilot ejecting rushed to the hospital. Let's get right to ABC's Chief Global Affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz. Martha, what more are you learning tonight?
Whit, we're seeing dramatic video coming in from just moments after that crash. You see flames shooting from the wreckage of that F-35 fighter jet on the airfield of Marine Corps Air Station Miramar. Thick smoke billowing in the air. A source telling ABC News it appears the jet crashed just short of the runway as it was landing. The pilot ejecting, taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Today's crash coming a month after a B-52 bomber crashed at Edwards Air Force Base in California, killing all 8 on board. As for the F-35, the investigation began immediately into the loss of the $109 million stealth fighter, but we are grateful that pilot survived. Whit.
All right, Martha Raddatz, thank you very much. Now to the showdown in Washington over President Trump's pick for Attorney General. Today, the president only fueling concerns from some Republican senators with his latest comments about the $1.8 billion weaponization fund. And news tonight on the raging conflicts in the Middle East, including a potential breakthrough with Hamas. Here's ABC's Chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce.
Today at Camp David with his embattled pick for Attorney General Todd Blanche sitting across from him, the president digging in, demanding the Senate confirm him immediately.
Todd Blanche is a very, very good man, and he shouldn't be in the middle of this.
The president escalating his fight with 2 Republican senators, John Cornyn and Tom Tillis, who are refusing to back Blanche, Trump's former personal attorney, over concerns that the administration will revive plans for a $1.8 billion fund and give taxpayer dollars to Trump's political allies who claim they were wronged by the Biden administration, including January 6th rioters. Blanche has told Congress the fund is dead. Today, I pressed the president.
Just to be clear, do you agree with the acting attorney general that the anti-weaponization fund is dead? And why not just put that in writing?
It is dead, but, you know, I wish it weren't, to be honest with you. I think people were horribly treated, horribly abused. This has nothing to do with Todd. This was me. Horribly abused, and I'd like to see them compensated for the pain.
Tillis saying the president made it clear the fund is still alive, which is exactly why we are attempting to formally end it. And with the war with Iran now in its 6th month and widening, I asked the president how this conflict ends.
Should Americans be prepared for these back and forth attacks to continue until Iran simply isn't able of striking back?
They'll get weaker. They'll get a little stronger maybe now, but they'll get weaker, and then they peter out.
As the war drags on, the human toll growing. At least 685 U.S. troops have been wounded and 18 killed in action. Today in New York, 28-year-old Staff Sergeant Angel Rampersad, who was killed in an Iranian missile strike in Jordan, laid to rest.
My daughter was a real hero, and I will miss her dearly.
And the president making it clear he is not stopping these attacks against Iran. And tonight he's also touting an agreement for the, quote, complete disarmament of Hamas. But serious questions remain. Hamas says they will disarm, but only if Israel withdraws from Gaza first. Whit, I pressed the president on this today. He had no details, but insisted that Israel is, quote, very happy with the deal. Whit.
All right, Mary Bruce for us. Thank you. Tonight, growing concerns about AI going rogue. Just days after OpenAI revealed its artificial intelligence models hacked other companies, rival AI giant Anthropic now saying its models hacked 3 organizations during testing. Here's ABC's Trevor Ault.
Tonight, the alarming AI security breach. Tech giant Anthropic, the maker of Claude, says in recent testing, some of its AI models were inadvertently granted access to the internet and hacked several other organizations. The company says it frequently tests its AI models in simulations sealed off from the internet. But a review found 3 incidents where a partner testing company accidentally allowed Claude internet access, and the models used it to gain unauthorized access to the real systems of 3 different organizations organizations by using basic techniques such as exploiting weak passwords. This comes a week after the company behind ChatGPT, OpenAI, revealed 2 of its models went rogue in a similar incident, breaking onto the internet in what was supposed to be a sealed security test and hacking into the systems of other AI companies. That incident prompted Anthropic to review more than 140,000 of its own tests, and these 3 new breaches were uncovered. Last month, Anthropic CEO told our Lindsay Davis he believes there should be more government oversight of AI.
Where is the responsibility to make sure that you're creating a safe product that doesn't create a worst case scenario?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're building it. The onus is on us, right? I think the government has a role in setting standards, in helping us identify and track down threats.
Anthropic did not identify the 3 organizations that had been hacked. Last week, lawmakers proposed an AI kill switch bill, which would halt advanced AI models if they were to pose a catastrophic risk.
Something to watch going forward. Trevor, thank you. Tonight, 5 weeks before the start of the NFL season, former star quarterback and TV analyst Tony Romo has been placed on indefinite leave following his DUI arrest in Milwaukee. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
Tonight, a week after he was stopped on a Wisconsin highway and arrested for suspicion of operating while intoxicated, Tony Romo is sidelined.
How many drinks have you had?
CBS Sports says the former Dallas Cowboys star is on leave from his role as the network's top NFL analyst until further notice.
Where are you coming from?
The golf course. And I'm going to meet Grandma and Grandpa.
The decision follows this July 23rd stop in Milwaukee when a sheriff's deputy said she found an open container in Romo's vehicle.
Can I do an exercise?
Go ahead, dude.
He failed a field sobriety test.
Did I pass this test?
You turn around.
No, I didn't, huh?
During Romo's absence, CBS Sports turning to former defensive end J.J. Watt. Watt played 12 seasons in the NFL with the Houston Texans and Arizona Cardinals.
And with Tony Romo's due back in court in September, we've reached out to his reps for comment, but have not heard back.
All right, Morgan Norwood for us tonight. Just in now, after accusing him of vandalizing the reflecting pool, the Justice Department now dropping charges against former Olympian David Hearn. U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro telling the court after presenting evidence claiming the pool was vandalized, her office has now learned the damage was caused by the contractor's rushed and flawed work to complete the refurbishing project for the America 250 celebration. Now to the massive cyber attack targeting dozens of water facilities in Minnesota. President Trump going against his own intelligence officials who suggest Iran could be responsible, and instead the president blaming state leaders for the attack. Here's ABC's Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, as state and federal officials urgently work to determine who is behind a series of cyber attacks against water treatment facilities in Minnesota and other states, with some suspicious of potential Iranian involvement, the president was blaming Minnesota state officials and expressing skepticism that Iran could be behind the attack.
I blame it on Minnesota because they're grossly incompetent. Iran's got bigger problems than worrying about Minnesota.
But today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz pushing back hard, suggesting that Iran is potentially tied to the assault on more than 30 water treatment facilities in his state. Walz blaming the Trump administration for taking an axe to federal agencies who fight cyber attacks. One reason some officials are suspicious of possible Iranian involvement, the hackers have not demanded a ransom, but their goal appears to be to disrupt service to customers. And the U.S. government has been warning specifically that hackers with ties to Iran would launch precisely the kind of attacks that are unfolding. Just last week, a number of federal agencies, including the FBI and NSA, urgently warned of ongoing Iranian-affiliated cyber targeting of internet-connected operational technology. The attacks have targeted at least 7 states. Tonight, the FBI and EPA calling on water treatment facilities to disconnect their systems from the internet.
Pierre Thomas, our thanks to you tonight. Now to the alarming scene unfolding overseas. Thousands of people swimming around border fences to claim asylum in Europe. Dozens drowning along the way. Let's bring in ABC's Britt Clennett for more. Britt, good evening.
With extraordinary images coming out of Spain tonight, images the whole world is seeing as 60,000 people desperately try to reach Spain's North African enclave of Ceuta. In the past 24 hours, at least 57 people are dead. Authorities still racing to get control of this very fast-moving migrant crisis. Frantic crossings by land and sea, people swimming around barriers, pushing through the fence. Spain deploying troops, and while officials try to calm the situation, saying many have gone back to Morocco, the pressure on the system still intense tonight. Madrid is blaming smuggling networks and says they exploited a court ruling limiting pushbacks at sea, and tonight now alarming European partners about a knock-on effect. Whit.
Okay, Britt Clennett, thank you for that. Here in the U.S. tonight, we're hearing from a shark attack victim repeatedly bitten while snorkeling in the Bahamas. The man was on an anniversary trip with his wife and sons. Here's ABC's Victor Oquendo.
Tonight, the scare in the water. A Connecticut husband and father bitten by a reef shark off the coast of the Bahamas while on vacation. John Schweizer was on a cruise with his family last week to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary when he says he was pulled underwater by a Caribbean reef shark during a snorkeling excursion.
All of a sudden, one came up and just grabbed me, right in the leg. It was like a huge dog bite, very quick.
Schweizer taken back to the cruise ship, needing stitches in his left leg and hand. He was later transported to the hospital in Miami.
Richie, get in the boat.
And in the latest reported shark encounter this summer, spearfishers off the coast of San Diego coming close to this great white shark.
With that Connecticut man is now back home and recovering after the shark attack in the Bahamas. Experts say Caribbean reef sharks rarely attack, with just 4 incidents recorded, none of them fatal. Whit.
Victor Oquendo for us tonight. Thank you. When we come back, newly released body camera video of the chaotic moments unfolding at the scene of a deadly shooting at a food festival. Plus the wildfire alerts and extreme heat, the areas that could see record-breaking temperatures. And remembering one of the women who carried the torch of the Rosie the Riveter movement.
Psoriasis had me constantly checking the mirror,
hiding any plaques I could, and looking for flakes. But now, with Bimzelx, I'm back.
I'm back.
And I'm back to clearer skin.
Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation. Bimzelx helps adults with moderate to severe psoriasis control plaques to deliver clearer skin fast for results that last.
Most people got 100% clear skin, some after the first dose. My reflection is a lot clearer now.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Start to say I'm back to clearer skin with Bimzelx.
Ask your healthcare provider about Bimzelx.
How do you nourish a cat naturally? Purina Cat Chow Naturals.
Chow, chow, chow. Purina Cat Chow.
The high-protein natural way to nourish for a lifetime of wow.
Everybody's wow about the chow, chow, chow.
Purina Cat Chow Naturals.
Chow, chow, chow.
Our brains are incredible, but memory can get complicated. That's why scientists developed Nariva Memory 3D with clinically tested ingredients to support 3 dimensions of your memory. Take it from me. An elephant never forgets. Remember Nariva.
Thanks for walking us through the plan.
You guys heading up north soon?
Yeah, got Lizzie for a couple weeks this summer.
Taking her fishing, I hope. That's the plan.
Doors. Connect us to what's important.
Excited, sweetie?
A dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors. Backed by a team of specialists, your advisor helps you build a personalized, tax-smart investment strategy, identifying opportunities across your entire portfolio. And when life surprises you, your plan can change too. Because doors were meant to be opened.
Delectable squeeze up, delectable squeeze up, deliciously delectable, delectable squeeze up, delectable squeeze up, delectable squeeze up, deliciously delectable, delectable squeeze up, delectable squeeze up, delectable.
Next tonight, newly released body camera video of the response to the deadly shooting at a food festival in Seattle. The footage shows police racing through the crowd on Sunday. Officers seen helping victims, 2 bystanders, and one of the suspects killed. Officers arresting a 15-year-old. They are still looking for a third suspect. When we come back, the dangerous heat impacting millions of Americans and the wildfire threat out west.
For Jim, life's big moments happen in seconds, like falling in love with Abby in as little as 2 seconds, or proposing to her in 78 seconds. Then Jim had the hardest conversation of his life in 100 seconds when he learned that he had cancer. Because life's big moments add up in seconds, Jim and his doctor chose Opdivo Qvantig for its administration time, an injectable immunotherapy given in as little as 180 seconds. It may be used alone in adults to treat melanoma, a type of skin cancer that is spread or can't be removed by surgery and is approved for many other cancers. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain or fever. Report severe or persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation, Opdivo Qvantig can harm your unborn baby. Because every second counts. Opdivo Qvantig.
You for free. They can come to me for free?
That's right. Safelite can come to you for free, so you can get your windshield fixed anywhere you want at no additional cost. For free mobile service, go to safelite.com.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
COPD is an ugly reality.
Do you have his medical history?
I watch as this world just keeps getting smaller. But then, Trelegy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so he can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
To the index now, millions of Americans are bracing for a weekend of dangerous heat while wildfires threaten parts of the Northwest. In Central Oregon, the Roe Creek Complex fire has scorched more than 300,000 acres. Fire crews are warning the conditions could get even worse. And extreme heat in the West could challenge record highs this weekend. Triple-digit temperatures expected as far north as Montana. Still ahead, remembering one of the iconic Rosie the Riveters, a voice of American strength.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, sponsored by Chewy.
Oh, buddy, how can we make you feel better about this move?
It's fine. I got it.
Why aren't you friends with her yet?
I have some tips on how to introduce them. You guys ready to meet your little brother?
We got this.
Yeah. For food, meds, and expert care. For life with pets, there's Chewy.
Runners will do anything to cut through the wind. Why? When you can go fast the easy way. Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. High-performance running shoes designed to cut through the wind with unbelievable speed. Plus, they're lightweight and feature Goodyear rubber. Go fast in Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst.
Losing weight on a GLP-1 is like riding with training wheels. Hey, Rebel! Want to fight the pepperoni? Sorry, I can't hear you. Most people stop the meds eventually. The trick is learning to ride while on them, and that's new. GLP-1s kickstart your weight loss. Mindset and habits help you keep it off.
Hey, Rebel, got your favy, Rocky Road.
I'm choosing a different road, Roger. Miss you. Noom, Liz for keeps. Get started at Noom.com.
You on guard tonight?
Oh, nah. They just got Simply Safe. It protects the whole home, inside and out.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Whoa!
That was impressive.
Get Simply Safe today with no long-term contracts or cancellation fees.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom. I have COVID-19, and I exposed you and Dad yesterday.
Hold on. Calling my doctor. Dr. Warren.
Hi, Barbara.
I was exposed to COVID.
And you should ask about Zakova.
And I should ask about Zakova.
Zakova is the only prescription pill for people 12 years and older to help prevent you from getting sick after exposure to COVID-19.
It helps prevent you from getting sick after exposure.
Yes, Zakova was proven to reduce the risk of symptomatic COVID by 67% and should be started within 3 days of exposure to COVID. Taking Zakova with certain medicines can cause serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work. Tell your doctor about all your medicines, vitamins, and supplements as lab tests or dose changes may be needed. And if you are or plan to be pregnant or breastfeed, Zakova may harm your unborn baby. Do not take Zakova if allergic to its ingredients. Serious side effects include allergic reactions, some severe like anaphylaxis. Get medical help right away if you have a rash, hives, itching, swelling of your mouth, lips, tongue, or face, trouble swallowing or breathing, throat tightness, dizziness, lightheadedness, stomach area pain, or vomiting. Send in your prescription now.
Hold on. Here's Dan. He's at high risk.
Hey, Doc.
Dad, you should ask about Zakova.
And I should ask about Zakova.
You never know when, but when you get the call, make the call. Ask your doctor about Zakova.
Tonight.
They had a pact.
If either spouse were to cheat, the cheating spouse would have to kill their lover or be killed.
That's the stuff of horror movies.
2020, tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Finally tonight, America Strong, remembering one of the women who represented the spirit of the Rosie the Riveter movement. They were true American heroes during World War II, more than 6 million strong. American women working in the 1940s to support the war effort here at home. That iconic photo, Rosie the Riveter, her red and white polka dot bandana flexing her arm. The message, "We can do it," resonating around the world. The Rosies made up 65% of the workforce, building everything from warplanes and battleships to assault boats. Among them, Jean Gibson. Speaking with ABC News not too long ago, she told us she wanted to be remembered proudly.
As a Rosie?
Showing us her bandana and the badge she wore at just 18 years old.
This pin is the badge that I wore when I was a welder.
Serving her country as a welder at a Seattle shipyard, aware of the sacrifice and the necessity for unity.
Not just the ones that go to war, but everybody at home, too. We work together.
And for decades to come, Jean speaking to the next generation.
The message is that women can do many of the things that men can do.
In 2024, Jean and her fellow Rosies in Washington, D.C., honored with the Congressional Gold Medal.
Up until 1941, it was a man's world. They didn't know how capable us women were, did they?
We learned Jean Gibson passed away this week at the age of 100. Tonight, Jean, in her own words, on the value of preserving the legacy of the Rosies.
I think that history is getting lost, and it needs to be told so that we don't make the same mistakes.
And we are remembering that history, and we are grateful. Thanks so much for watching tonight. I'm Whit Johnson in New York. Have a great night.